Why is it that some healing protocols have a lot of success than the others? Why is it some protocols that are extremely successful you have never heard of? Structured water drinkers have survived the Chernobyl radiation poisoning. On April 26, 1986, the number 4 reactor in Chernobyl, Ukraine suffered a nuclear meltdown. It was by far the most serious nuclear accident the world had ever seen. Huge amounts of radiation were released into the atmosphere and spread over an enormous area by prevailing wind currents. Large number of people were drastically affected. After initially denying that there were any such problem, the Soviet government evacuated about 1,30,000 people from a 7,50,000 acre area surrounding the site of the disaster. Most of these people had suffered immense radiation exposure prior to their evacuation. Many more people in the areas well outside the evacuation zone also suffered strong radiation exposure. Many thousands ultimately died of radiation poisoning. In the years following this disastrous nuclear accident, an anomalous occurrence was discovered. The people living in the remote Caucasus mountain region, which had been blanketed by radiation, were somehow spared the expected effect which had been observed in the surrounding areas. This region was well known for its healing springs. Miraculously, in the village where the springs were located, nobody had contracted cancer or radiation sicknesses. This was considered to be quite unexplainable. A team of top Russian scientists led by Dr. Igor Smirnov was sent to the area to investigate this. The scientists studied all the potential factors to try to explain the anomalous results. At first, nothing could be identified. Finally, an investigation of the water everybody drank was conducted. There was nothing unusual identified in the water's mineral or chemical content, but as they looked deeper, they discovered that the arrangement of the molecules in the drinking water was most unusual. Water molecules are usually bound together in a random fashion and form large loosely arranged clusters. In order for cells of the human body to absorb ordinary water molecules and become hydrated, the body must expend a lot of energy to break apart the clusters. However, when water is structured, that is, organized as single individual molecules or as a chain of individual molecules, it can readily slip into the cells of the human body. The special water of this region was naturally structured and could very efficiently and totally hydrate human cells with which it came into contact. This is in contrast to the large clustered form of water molecules that exist in most sources of water. The water that the people living in the Caucasus mountain region, lying between a Black Sea and a Caspian Sea and occupied by Russia, Georgia, Azerbaijan and Armenia, were drinking was inherently structured. As a result, the cells in the bodies of this population were being efficiently flushed and cleansed. The radioactive toxins stood no chance of persisting in this group of people. They were just drinking this structured water which was allowing them to hydrate. Dr. Peter Agre was awarded with a Nobel Prize in 2003 for discovering aquaporins. There are these openings that are only few molecules of water wide in every cell. Aquaporins are the plumbing system for cells, said Dr. Agre. Every cell is primarily water. Aquaporins selectively conduct water molecules in and out of the cell while preventing the passage of ions and other solutes. Also known as water channels, aquaporins are integral member pore proteins. In a hydrated cell, viruses are not able to multiply, so that lends itself to the understanding that if we give the body what it needs to function optimally, we can avoid the life threatening protocols involving chemotherapy, radiation, and drugs. It is not the cancer that really hurts people. Statistically, around 45% of the patients having cancer will die of cachexia, that is, wasting of protein, all their lean body mass. The rest of them then die from the treatment itself. In other words, really nobody dies from the cancer. When a patient gets immune suppressed and they have cancer, what actually takes them? Liver failure, kidney failure, pneumonia, sepsis. But all these things are usually associated with also the person getting chemo and radiation. The main reason for proper hydration of cells is that the water molecules go inside through these openings or channels one by one with the speed of several billion per second. It is therefore very important for the human body to reorganize water in so called single linear structure so it can easily penetrate the cells. If the water has a different type of structure, or if it is densely clustered, which we generally consume, then it requires a lot of energy for the human body to create proper structure. We are therefore well advised to drink structured water to ensure our bodies receive adequate hydration. In this way, our built-in immune system will have the means to protect us from the myriad of unhealthy inputs that our present day environment throws at us. Switch to electrolyzed reduced water and start feeling the difference right away. You shall feel the difference inside out. See you soon with another new video. Till then, stay safe.